And a message to the UK from Abba. Benny Andersson has got this to say about Brexit.
We need you in there. We feel like, because it's like you have a friend and you said, well, I don't want to be friends with you anymore. Stay.
I've been talking to him and Sir Tim Rice about their Cold War musical, Chess. Now then, in the early 1980s, Benny and Bjorn from ABBA were looking for their next big project after the supergroup had called it a day. Along came Sir Tim Rice with a tale of how the Russians and the Americans used chess champions as political pawns. And so was born the Cold War musical, Chess, with hit songs like I Know Him So Well. It returns to the London stage in spring for the first time in 3 decades. I caught up with Benny Andersson and Tim Rice, who told me how real events had inspired chess.
Well, I was trying to illustrate that anybody who becomes well known in almost any field finds him or herself approached and used by politicians, particularly in the chess world, Bobby Fischer and Spassky, that great chess tussle in Reykjavik in 1972, in which Fischer was meant to be our guy, which indeed he was in theory, but he was a nasty piece of work. And Spassky was the nasty chap from evil Russia, who was actually a charming gentleman. So the whole story was fascinating and was quite a good inspiration for our show.
And you originally wanted to write this with Andrew Lloyd Webber, and then it was
no.
He did, definitely. Really.
I did suggest the idea, before I'd met Bjorn and Benny, I did suggest the idea to Andrew, but he didn't, he was working on Cats, I think, or Phantom, I can't remember, but he was intrigued but not gripped. And to be honest, I did go to 1 or 2 other people, including the late great Marvin Hamlish, but nobody really thought it was a good idea until I met Bjorn and Benny.
You never said. We always thought we were your first choice.
So you meet Bjorn and Benny, you go to Stockholm, yes. I think, and then to Moscow.
Well, Tim came to Stockholm. Bjorn and I had been thinking about this for quite a long time, actually, that we should try to write music for the theatre. And then Tim came along and we said, well, chess, that's a challenge. Nobody wants to see a musical about chess. Let's do that.
He can be mine.
I mean, I had no idea that Bjorn and Benny, who were still huge, well, they are, I mean, even huger today, but ABBA was still going strong. And an American producer came to me in a hotel in New York, 81-ish, and said, have you heard of ABBA? And I said, no. I thought he was talking about some sort of tree or something. Yeah. And I was about to say, I'm not really interested in horticulture. And he said, you know, ABBA, Waterloo, Fernando, Dancing Queen. I said, oh, ABBA. And he said, yes, well, apparently they want to write a musical. And that was when I thought, I will approach them.
After asking Marvin Hamlish.
Yes. You yourself, big music fan, of course, all the way through. You're a big ABBA fan. What was the great secret of ABBA, do you think?
Oh gosh, well, wonderful songs, which sounds obvious. I think it was great melodies and a very good presentation. They were just unlike anybody who came before.
Because Benny, I want to ask you something. In a lot of very, very serious, pompous rock and pop music going on at the time, people taking themselves terribly seriously, and you didn't seem to take yourselves quite so seriously.
No, but I'd say we treated our work seriously, and we spent as much time as we had available to us in the studio, trying to be good at what we were doing.
And some of the great hits from chess come out of the ABBA songwriting experience directly, don't they?
No, it all comes out from that. I mean, it's just taking it a step further. And what we did with chess was that, I mean, because Bjorn and I wanted to sort of, I don't know, have a grip on what we were doing, so we said, let's do a record first, because that's our home territory, we know where we are. So let's do the recordings first before we try to go on to the West End or whatever.
So clearly we're going through this extraordinary drama in Britain at the moment over Brexit. That's a good Tory, Tim. You're the man to write Brexit, the book, the opera and music by... It's a brilliant idea, isn't it?
Well...
No, it's a terrible idea, all right.
No, I don't know. I mean... I think we should wait and see what the end story is before anybody tackles it, but it's probably best just as I think chess will probably work better now, looking back on a period, I think maybe the great Brexit musical, which I won't be around to write, will be written in about 25 years' time.
A sad but diplomatic answer.
I
Sir
still
Tim
think,
Benny.
I mean, I keep saying that I want to see it happen before I comment on it.
Yes.
I mean, you're not out of there yet, are you? And we need you in there.
Why?
We feel like, because it's like you have a friend and you said, well, I don't want to be friends with you anymore. I'm going to...
Oh, I want to be friends with everybody in Europe.
Yeah, but now England says we don't want to be friends with you. We want to be on our own.
I think they're only saying we don't want to be run by you.
But still, yeah, but still, I'll say, I'll wait till I see it actually happening.
Fair enough.
Stay.
Thank you both very much.